Hello everyone, Rolo here. So today I'm going to start a new series. I'll be going through my videos I recorded on Mythic Plus gameplay. I am a classic player, so this is pretty new for me. And let's see how this dungeon goes for a typical classic noob. So we're starting off, and yeah, we are running straight to Razan. And for me, these dungeons are fairly new. Um, I am actually a Warlock main, but I've decided to play some Resto Druid to see what healing is about in retail. So obviously the tank is not tanking it at the best place possible here. So
4,
yeah,
3,
I mean this is
2,
fine.
1.
So for me to focus on at the start is to put Adaptive Swarm on at least one target. As you can see, it is off cooldown, and I'm not using it because I'm also thinking about DPS, which is a fairly new thing for me. If you've played Classic, you don't necessarily DPS and heal. So yeah, it is something I have to get used to. You see everything is going fine at the moment, so I'm trying to focus to get Life Bloom at
4,
least on
3,
two targets,
2,
but of course,
1.
yeah, I forget about it. It's also a +6, so it's a fairly low key. My gear is still very low. I think I'm 430 or 425, something like that. I just boosted this character to level 70 with a raid ready boost, so yeah, I mean, it's the best you can get if you want to quickly get into Mythic Plus dungeons. So yeah, now I am again just focusing on DPSing these ads as they don't do that much damage typically. Again, my focus should be like just getting life blooms on two targets. Okay, here I obviously get killed by the Soaker. I'm not happy about that, but yeah, that was probably my own problem there. I could have just moved with the tank. Now it's like just getting back into the fight and yeah, trying to maintain life bloom on target, putting efflorescence on the ground, and then I should have placed. Oh, I did bring out a Grove Guardian. To be honest, I'm still learning like how Harmony works and yeah, these spells of Resto Druid. I think this was my second. Yeah, this was my second dungeon. So as you can see, I'm not really aware of where my tank is, which is pretty bad. So now I have to run and get him up. And I think that's kind of the difficult thing about Resto Druid is spot healing. You kind of have to predict damage that is coming. Here it's just seriously, it's just a massive shit show at the moment. I don't know why I'm not even trying to heal people here. I'm just ignoring what happens with the tank, hoping he pops a CD. As you see, he did, luckily. Now it's just, yeah, again, trying to get people up. Kind of have a little emergency situation here, which is not great. I'm trying to focus too much on DPS instead of just and learning the spells at the start, but I guess it is what it is. I've also recorded this video like 2 or 3 days ago, and I will keep uploading these type of videos on YouTube. But yeah, for now, it's again just focusing on keeping the tank up. I know I have a few hots on him at the moment, so he shouldn't drop that much. But now, yeah, I don't have any hots on anyone else. At least I used my Adaptive Swarm there. How I can play this better is just to have at least like Life Bloom on the targets or on the tank and one range before I run in. I think that's probably the best here. Now I'm just, yeah, again, trying to save myself. to be honest. I don't think they interrupted there. As you can see, nobody is interrupting. We have one guy that interrupted. I did spec into the damage spec, so I could have at least... yeah, I could have at least tried to help with the interrupts, but again, this was like my second... This was like my third dungeon in Resto Druid, so it's still fairly awkward to think of healing, damage, and interrupts. Yeah, now we're just waiting to start, and this fight is actually not that easy. There's a lot of damage going out, especially on higher keys, so so as you can see, I only noticed now that, okay, well, there is a lot of damage going on at the moment, so now it's again like in this emergency healing situation. I'm not using my Grove Guardians on cooldown. I have 2 of them now, but I'm not using them. Should use them in this situation, and I should also use Adaptive Swarm. And something I haven't really been doing is usually what you would do, or what I've read and videos I've just watched on tutorials, is if you use Swift Mend, usually cast a Wild Growth after that, and then you can extend that Wild Growth with Flourish. So yeah, these are things that I've only noticed after playing these dungeons and really re-looking or re-watching these videos, which I think is pretty helpful for myself as well, as the goal is to get into 20s with the Resto Druid. But I think that will probably take like... So there's really 3 main spells on Resto Druid, as you learn, or well, what I've noticed, and it's really just Life Loom, Adaptive Swarm, and Efflorescence, and then, yeah, the 4th one is to get Guardian on people, so you get Wild Growth. But for some reason, yeah, I wasn't thinking about it that much. You can also put a regrowth on the tank if he drops below 70, and if you have a Life Loom on someone, I think it's the best to put Rejuvenation if they're less than 60 or 50% health. You also have Cenarian Ward, which is... it is good in these cases where these ads charge, but yeah, again, I only notice it now when I look at these videos. Yeah, so now my goal there would be to get Adaptive Swarm before the ads are pulled on the tank, which I did. There's also a nice weak aura that shows you which of your party members would benefit the most from Adaptive Swarm. So it's the ones that make the little blocks. Yeah, so here I have everything up, and I'm also regrowing, but what I noticed again after playing a few keys is that you can use or you can use your Grove Guardians when you're in cat form, so you don't necessarily have to go out of cat form and regrowth or Life Loom people. If they're not taking that much damage, you can rather stay in cat form DPS and just put Grove Guardians on them. So this is actually not an easy pack on higher keys. The idea is to keep Efflorescence below the tank, but as you can see, there's a lot of movement, and yeah, I'm not even sure if you can kick those fires, but I'm pretty sure you can. Well, if not, then yeah, it's even more difficult to heal that, but I think you can. I'll have to check that.
Enter.
Yeah, here I just follow the general tactics. Now there should be some damage. I should have actually ramped up here It's another thing you do as a Resto Druid. Well, what I've noticed is you want to kind of ramp up your hots on a target. Or if I say target, I mean on your party members. But this is, again, it's a 6. It's fairly easy. There's not much tactics to follow. We just need to soak. I will try, if anyone is interested, to link my weak auras and UI. Yeah, now as you can see, we still need some percentage. That guy's dying and I'm not healing him, so I healed him. Yeah, now it's just the end of Atal getting the last few percentages and then heading to the boss. The boss is quite tricky in a sense, especially on higher keys. There's a lot of dependency on how the tank places the ads, or how the tank places the bots, and where we place the ads when we get targeted. But we'll get to that in a sec. Yeah, so now it's just the usual, getting efflorescence out, putting life bloom on 2 targets. Usually you would want 1 on range, I would say, and then 1 on your tank, or if somebody is taking massive damage. Now I put efflorescence here because it's going to spawn spiders after this, after we kill this. I should actually refresh efflorescence where I am at the moment, and make sure that, yeah, at least 2 people have life bloom. I should use Adapt or Swarm here as well, so I can just jump through the targets and maybe even do some damage. And as you can see, I'm standing in the spiders running into it. I would have been dead on higher keys there. So don't do that. And again, I am standing in the spiders. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll keep these kind of content coming. Yeah, and please give a like and subscribe if you like this content.